Alright, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing a budget video card review. Alright, this is the budget of the budget potato video card that you can get, and yeah, this is pretty cheap. I got this thing for like $5, and I only think because it's $5 because I had to pay $2 shipping on it. But yeah, this is $5. So if you've watched the channel, you've noticed that we take a lot of budget-friendly parts and we make some really cool budget builds. We did a Call of Duty Warzone budget build. We've done a Fortnite budget build. And today, we're actually going to do a little more Fortnite work. I know, I hate Fortnite, but everybody asks me about Fortnite. And I was curious on how low can we go, that's right, how low can we go, and budget-friendly can we go to play a little Fortnite. And I came up with this video card. So now, typically, for a very budget-friendly Fortnite build, we go to GTX 760, which these work really good. They have 4 gigs of DDR5, and they work great for Fortnite. And you can actually play some other games on it and push some intro AAA titles, and very good video card. Another one that I have is an RX 560. This also has 4 gigs DDR5. Another great video card. I think this was like a mining one or something like that. I forget what it is. Really haven't played with this one, but definitely looking to be doing a review for that. So definitely stay tuned, and we'll be talking about this video card real quick. And in fact, we might actually do a comparison to see which one of these two is actually a better budget game. So now, the year is 2020, and you have no money. That's right, have no money. Nah, I'm just joking. Everybody has a little bit of money, hopefully. And you got a computer, and you want to play a little Fortnite, you want to get into some intro budget gaming for the great budget price. And I know I keep saying budget. But yeah, I get that a lot. People ask me to build computers, and they say, hey, I just want something real cheap to get my feet wet. Okay, cheap, budget, whatever. And in this case, I want to see how cheap we can go with Fortnite. So this is our Radeon HD 7570. Has only 1 gig of DDR5. I mean, this is a real potato video card, as they call it. And these things can be had for $5. A lot of times they give them free. This one was a HP OEM one and came with HP computers, the older Pavilions. This one was made back in 2012, and that's pretty much about it. So they do come in the low profile variant. As you can see, the cooler is very, that's it, that's the cooler. There's nothing else to it. They're not designed to run hot, so typically they weren't designed for gaming, but I believe you could get a little gaming performance out of this, and we're going to try to see what we can do. So we're going to try to do a little Fortnite with it, and I'm actually going to pull some Fall Guys with it and see if we can get this one to play Fall Guys. So we'll see. I don't know. I haven't done this video yet, so I don't know how it ends. So stay tuned, and I'll be surprised, you might be surprised, or we both might not be surprised. Who knows? So we'll definitely find out about that. But other than that, this is pretty much it. Like I said, I got this video for $5, and the only thing they really have to do, let's peel that off, peel that off. Ooh, look at that, took that off. Hasn't even been peeled. Original peel from 8 years ago. So anyway, got sidetracked over there. So you get these video cards, and the only thing that I recommend doing to them is, number one, clean them off, dust them off. I usually use a paintbrush on that and just get all the dust off. And fresh thermal paste. Fresh thermal paste is a must. I mean, you could literally drop the temperatures about 10 to 20 degrees, just depending on how bad the thermal paste is. So let's go ahead, let's pull up some, we're gonna pop this in the computer over here real quick. We'll pull up some GPU-Z, and then we'll talk about the specs, and then we should be able to get into some gaming. Alright, so let's take a look at the specs. So this is the AMD Radeon HD. This is the 7570, and of course GPU-Z is shown at the 7500 series. Okay, this video card was made in 2012, and the CPU clock is 670. The default clock is 650, but it's supposed to be 675. So if you go into AMD's Radeon settings from their drivers, you can go ahead and just boost that to where it needs to be, and that's what we went ahead and did, just to get a little extra performance out of it. The memory is clocked at 900 megahertz. It has 1 gig of DDR5 memory. I know it's not a lot, It's definitely not a lot, but I think we could get a little nice Fortnite experience out of it, and we could definitely have some fun with it. So when you're using these older video cards, double check to see the manufacturer's website, AMD in this case, and check to see what the last drivers that they had. Now, Windows drivers were defaulted to, I believe it was 2014 was the latest drivers that they had for the Windows default, and this one is 2016. So newer drivers usually equals better performance in most cases, not always all the cases, but in this case the newer drivers does give us better some performance, and it lets us run the GPU at the extra 25 megahertz and the extra 100 megahertz for GPU clock and memory. And even though it's not much of an overclock, and in my opinion it's not really an overclock, every little bit counts, and we should be able to get a little smoother experience out of Fortnite. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to load up the game, we're going to play it, see how it runs, and then we'll take it from there. Another side note too, Tech Power Up GPU Z. This is a great way to find out what video card you're running and find out the memory specs and everything. And if you ever get a video card that's a scam and you're not sure if it's actually what it's supposed to be, this will kind of tattletale on the video card and tell you, hey, this is what you actually got versus what's actually in there. So just food for thought, something to consider. So let's go ahead and let's load up the game. Alright, so the HD 7570 with 1 gig of DDR5. Can it play some games? Absolutely. So now, looking at the Fortnite gameplay that we just did, we were averaging actually 30 to 35 frames per second at low settings. It doesn't seem like a lot, and if you're into competitive gaming, that's not going to be the best. But if you have an old potato PC and you pop that in there, it actually runs really good. You could play the game and actually have a decent experience and even get your feet wet if you wanted to. The biggest surpriser is Fall Guys. Fall Guys is a heck of a, as they call it, a potato game, and doesn't really have much settings that require attention or high specs on this. On this game, I was able to play it at medium settings at 1280 by 1024, and that was with Fortnite 2 using the same resolution. We were able to play this at average of anywhere from 45 to 60 frames per second with no stutter, no lag, no issues, and the computer actually runs very quiet and it's not ramping up or anything. So the HD 7570 1 gig DDR5, if you have a budget computer and you need a free video card, because you could get these for free, I've seen them for free, or you just need something for $5 to $10, this graphics card work great for these types of games. Fortnite, Fall Guys, and even some of the old classic on Steam's Monkey Island, Final Fantasy, and all that stuff. Now, are you going to play AAA titles and just blow it out the park and have a great time? Absolutely not. But if you want to play a little Fall Guys and you got an old PC that just needs a little updating, then this would actually be the way to go. Now, as far as this computer goes, I'm actually doing a separate computer on this one. I'm actually doing a separate build on this one and video and all that stuff, and I'll actually explain it. But just to give you inspect this computer's, it's a AMD FX 8120, 10 gigs of DDR3, SSD, 1 terabyte hard drive, and everything on this is pretty much factory. Now, the CPU was a 6100, but we did upgrade that, and we'll talk about that in another build, so stay tuned, and we'll definitely talk about this computer and how it fares up and what it costs and all that stuff. So, can I play games with a 1 gig DDR5 HD 7570 in 2020 with a video card that is 8 years old? Yeah, absolutely. Fortnite, Fall Guys, 2 great games. Have fun, have at it. So thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Hit the subscribe button, like if you liked the video, and we'll see what we come up with next.